Do you know that Australian states are reopening professional visa nomination systems for a small number of occupations? However, after months of being closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Australian states and territories are increasingly reopening their professional visa nomination and business programs for the financial year 2020-21. So stay tuned till the end to find out what this news is all about. Warm welcome from Brain Drain Consultants to our immigration information and news channel, A2Z Immigration Updates. Here are some of the news highlights. Australian states open skilled nomination programs for limited occupations. Limited places have been allocated to assist the state's recovery amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Government is closely monitoring migration and visa settings, Department of Home Affairs. The Department of Home Affairs has allocated a small number of temporary nomination places to states and territories, paving the way for the professional visa programs to begin before the full allocations are announced in the federal budget. Well, here are some of the programs that have recently been introduced by Australian states. Victoria is the most recent state to announce shorter and tailored nomination systems. The state announced that it would begin accepting nominations for the Skilled Nominated Subclass 190 and Skilled Regional Sponsored Subclass 491 visa categories. The state also announced that it will modify the procedure for selecting candidates for these services, and making it more consistent with the challenges faced by the coronavirus pandemic. For the time being, they will only consider applicants for a Victorian visa nomination if their registration of interest shows that they are involved in health or medical research and are contributing to Victoria economic recovery or health response. New South Wales also made a similar statement, stating that they will use their restricted allocations for select professions that are essential to the state's recovery, such as health, information, and communication technology, and engineering. The state also stated that if and when further nomination places become available next month, it will revisit these changes in the selection criteria. The announcements are in line with the Department of Home Affairs' statement to SBS Punjabi last month when it indicated that the ongoing impacts of the pandemic globally, medically, socially, and economically, will have a significant influence on the shape of Australia's migration program going forward. A spokesperson said that the government is closely monitoring migration and visa settings to ensure they are compliant with public health policies, are versatile, and do not displace work opportunities for Australians so that Australia can cope with COVID-19's immediate and post-recovery impacts. What does this mean for applicants? According to Melbourne-based migration agent Ranbir Singh, this means that all existing and new applicants will now be considered by the Department of Home Affairs priorities. Applicants with critical skills such as those in health-related occupations, IT and engineering, etc. will be given priority over other applicants. Many who have already applied but are not in critical occupations would almost certainly have to wait before the priority applications for critical roles are processed, he says. He further added that while most states will open programs by the Priority Migration Skilled Occupation List, PMSOL, announced on Wednesday, Victoria has stated that it will only open programs for those employed in health or medical research fields. Under the Home Affairs Advisory, Australian Capital Territory has declared that the next invitation round will be held on or before September 14. The following are the main points of the program's temporary changes. 2020-21 ranking and selection will be focused on territory residents who possess skills essential to supporting Act's economic response to the pandemic. The number of ACT nominations places on its critical skills list may be capped and invitations may not be issued when the monthly cap for an occupation is reached. Canberra matrix is closed for overseas applicants. Mr. Singh states that several states, including the ACT and Tasmania, have specified that onshore applicants will be given priority, but he warns that these are just temporary allocations. Almost every state has stated that they will first invite those who are currently residing in the state, but it is anticipated that once the budget is released in October, doors will be open to offshore applicants, he says. Immigration South Australia has also received a limited number of places for its general skilled and business programs to assist the state's economic and public health recovery amid the ongoing health crisis. According to the state's website, the Department of Home Affairs has listed critical sectors to aid the country's public health response and recovery following the COVID-19 pandemic, and applicants who nominate occupations in these critical sectors will be given priority. The priority important sectors list is subject to change over time. In addition, an interim application for Tasmania's professional nomination and business visa programs has been received. After the budget is released next month, these allocations will be revised. The following are some of the most important aspects of the program's temporary changes. Priority will be given applicants in critical roles. Priority will be given to high-quality nominations for business visas. Applicants currently in Australia and in critical roles will have higher chances of being nominated. Small and targeted. The General Skilled Migration Program, GSM, targeted at skilled workers in specific occupations who want to move to Australia to develop the country's workforce and meet the changing needs of companies in the states and territories. Every year, the government assigns quotas to all jurisdictions, allowing them to appoint skilled and business migrants for the skilled nominated subclass 190 and skilled regional sponsored subclass 491 visa categories. Mark Glazebrook, the CEO of an Adelaide-based migration consultancy, says the pandemic has forced states to make temporary adjustments to these programs, and it seems a small and targeted approach to skilled migration will be the way forward in this financial year. In response to COVID-19, it seems that the federal government is being extremely stringent and prohibitive in terms of who is eligible to apply for visas. While this strategy will enable the department to minimize or eliminate its backlog of unprocessed applications, it tends to mean that the 2021 program's quotas will be substantially reduced, he says. It takes a lot of efforts to collect information and make informative videos for you, so please subscribe our channel and like this video. We will really appreciate if you will share it on your social media or in other groups. Thanks for watching. We will bring a new video for you soon.